remember the day I finally took everything I had ever been told I couldn't do and proved it wrong. I was just a girl from a small neighborhood. No fancy connections, no inherited wealth, just a fierce hunger to rise above what others thought was my place. Today, at 35, I sit in my office as a senior bank executive in New York City, knowing I've built an empire silently, strategically, and ruthlessly. But that journey wasn't just about numbers and deals. It was about betrayal, family expectations, and the dark whispers that tried to stop me at every turn. Growing up, my family believed in hard work, but also believed I should stay in my lane, be a teacher, a nurse, maybe a secretary, anything but ambitious. I remember the quiet disappointment in my father's eyes when I announced I wanted to go into finance. They disowned me, called my dreams reckless, dangerous even. They said I was abandoning my roots, throwing my future into a gamble. But I knew, deep down, that I had to prove them wrong, not just for me, but for everyone who ever doubted a girl from the block could reach the top. I started small, working as a teller in a tiny branch, a face in the crowd, just another girl earning her paycheck. Every day I felt invisible, dismissed, called just a teller, as if my ambitions were an illusion. But inside, I harbored a secret ambition, to own the entire branch, to take control and change my story. I watched every move, learned every rule, and played the game smarter than anyone suspected. One night, after a long shift, I stayed late, poring over ledgers, making plans in my head, plans that would shake the very foundation of this tiny operation. I knew that if I wanted real power, I had to be bold, ruthless even. I secretly invested every penny I saved into small hidden stakes, slowly building a reserve that no one knew about. It was my quiet rebellion against a world that told me I wasn't enough. And then, one day, I made my move. I orchestrated a takeover, using my knowledge, my relentless drive, and my hidden wealth to buy out the branch. I didn't do it with loud threats or brash moves. I did it silently, like a shadow in the night, transforming from a mere teller to the boss ruler of what had once dismissed me. When the news broke, everyone stared in disbelief. No one believed a girl who started at the bottom could pull off such a coup. But I did. I was unstoppable now, not just because I owned a branch, but because I had proven that nothing could hold a woman with a plan back. My family, the ones who disowned me, called me every name in the book, begged for my advice, tried to reconnect. They knew I had outgrown their expectations, outwitted their prejudices. The irony was sweet. I had started with nothing but a dream and a fierce refusal to accept my place. Now I sit at the top, knowing that every betrayal, every doubt fueled my ascent. I learned that true power isn't just about wealth. It's about the ability to rewrite your story, to turn every insult into armor and every setback into a stepping stone. If you love Helena's journey, like and subscribe to join her next chapter, because this is only the beginning. I've walked through fire, and I've come out burning brighter than ever. And for anyone listening who feels trapped or underestimated, remember, your greatest power lies in your resolve. Keep fighting, keep rising, and never let anyone tell you you're just a teller.